right to those disturbing allegations against the mayor of Dalton and an unnamed village trustee. We've learned the Illinois Department of Human Rights is investigating complaints of sexual harassment and retaliation. NBC5's Regina Waldrop has been poring over the documents in the case, and you're here now with what they reveal. Regina?
Stephen Marion, a few days ago, NBC5 obtained complaints filed with the Department of Human Rights through a Freedom of Information request. Now, they're filed against Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the village of Dalton and Thornton Township. A former female employee who was Henyard's assistant alleges retaliation, sexual harassment, and discrimination after she raised concerns about an apparent non-consensual sexual encounter between her and an unnamed village trustee.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, I want to come to you and talk to you about an explosive allegation against Tiffany Henyard and the board there in Dalton Township. So we've seen previously different things that have gone on, whether it's the spending, the deficit that has risen to $7 million in debt, the bad attitudes, the talk, the difficulty that she has expressed overall during her time as the mayor of Dalton. But these are some of the most serious allegations that have come about yet. So we all know about the trip that previously was taken by Tiffany Henyard and her team to Las Vegas. While in Vegas, Tiffany Henyard's assistant at the time it looks like she was slipped something in her drink or something, and she ended up waking up in one of the trustees' rooms. And she said she had no recollection how she got there. She was, feeling some discomfort physically, and ended up going back and getting tested as a result of it. And come to find out that she would look to have been assaulted. So these are some very serious allegations. As we've seen so much with the lack of care, the lack of mindfulness that this lady and her team have shown. Previously, she had a previous sex offender that was a part of the team. He previously stepped down, and now we're seeing this overall. With this, after this information was found out, it was taken to Tiffany Henyard. It's again alleged that Tiffany told the assistant that she would take care of it. She placed the assistant on administrative leave with no pay and ended up firing the particular assistant. I'm going to play a video here. We'll watch a little bit of this, come back and talk about it. If your first time joining, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And here we go.
Incident allegedly occurred during an economic development trip to Las Vegas last May. On that trip, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and a handful of village representatives, including her former assistant who filed this complaint with the Illinois Department of Human Rights, and 2 village trustees. We're not naming the woman because NBC5 does not name people who possibly were a victim of an unwanted sexual encounter. According to her complaint, the woman says she went to dinner with an unnamed Dalton trustee. The complaint then recounts the following events. After dinner, she says she started to feel disoriented, extremely lightheaded, as if the ground was moving. She says she blacked out. According to the complaint, the next morning, she woke up in the trustee's hotel room with no memory of how she got there, experiencing physical discomfort. She says after returning to Dalton, Officer Byron Miles, who was part of Henyard's security detail and went on the trip to Vegas, told her a trustee on the trip told him that the trustee had unprotected sex with her. The woman states in her complaint that after she was told this, she went immediately to seek medical care. Both complaints then provide details of a meeting which took place the following day with the former assistant, Officer Miles, and Mayor Henyard. At this meeting, the woman informed Henyard that she would never willingly have sex with the trustee. Officer Miles informed Henyard and the woman that the trustee called him that night in Vegas. The trustee, he says, then bragged about the sexual activities he engaged in with the woman, Miles' complaint says, suggesting that she may have not had the ability to consent or did not provide consent.
All right, guys, so there it is. That is an unbelievable statement. Again, that the trustee went out to dinner with the assistant of Tiffany Henyard. While they were out, the assistant begins feeling lightheaded. She ends up waking up in the trustee's bedroom the next morning and does not remember anything that happened. The trustee tells the police officer that he had a intercourse with the assistant. And the assistant says that she never would have done this in her right mind. So these are some serious allegations. What's worse is after this allegation happens, the police chief, the assistant, and Tiffany Henyard go off and have a meeting. While they're having their meeting, Tiffany Henyard says she'll take care of everything, and she basically sweeps it under the rug. She basically tells the woman that, you know what, go home and stay on administrative leave. And once you're done with that, I'll get back to you. But ends up firing the woman from there.
Would be lost. The ex-employee says the mayor told her she would take care of it and to trust her. Days later, according to her complaint, the woman was put on unpaid medical leave, though she says she did not request to be put on leave. She was later terminated. In his complaint, Officer Miles alleges that he was demoted to patrol duty, among other retaliation, for coming forward as a witness. They're asking for back pay, front pay, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. In a statement to NBC5, the village says it conducted a thorough investigation into these allegations, led by an independent third-party company. The statement goes on to say former police officer Miles was interviewed and denied knowing anything about these allegations, and the alleged victim refused to cooperate. The statement continues, this is nothing more than two disgruntled village employees trying to make off with taxpayers' hard-earned dollars. The village looks forward to defending these allegations and pursuing all other available remedies to the village.
Guys, so on the screen right now, I have the photos of the trustees of Dalton. It seems to only be 5 of them overall. There's 3 men, and there looks to be 2 women. Trustee Tammy Brown, you have Ms. Blanchard as well. So I think it's been announced already that Jason House was not there. So it leaves only 2 possible options out of the trustees that are there, and these are going to be some really interesting and some really explosive things that are said and that are done over the next few weeks as we find out more about this. I think this is all but over. The FBI, whether they were taking their time, this has to be completed right now. And is my guess again, if these are things that are going on, there are much more explosive things that are happening and that are set to come out. What are your thoughts on this comment? I'll have more information as I come out. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.